Hey, it's me. I'm back from vacation. So, woo. So I'm looking at I don't know why this is so big. I gained like 10 pounds this summer. I'm about to weigh in. Literally, I weighed myself on my scale at work without shoes. I was 146. I haven't been I inched up above 140 a couple times this summer, but I dropped down pretty quick back at least to like 138, 137. Last summer I was at 127. Last summer I was working 7 days a week, multiple jobs. I know I was eating because I was working vending in one job, but I was working nights in the other. So there was whatever food I could bring with me was what I had. So it's like you can't just be like I'm gonna go back through line and grab some. But I'm a raw food just like grab a salad, grab what. Um, I'm reading this Tinder article about 5 things couples should know or something dating partners. Talking about telling somebody couples coffee get out of the honeymoon phase was don't understand how to communicate. Um, especially heightened among heterosexual. All couples, especially heightened among hetero. Cis men, cis women. The former as emotional horn dogs, and the later as touchy feel emotional poetic humans. More of a horn dog, I think. Talking about sex or sex ed. They had another article about something about sex ed issues. The only thing I remember about sex ed, literally, was that was the day they did the scoliosis test, and I did not want to be naked, like have my clothes off so some stranger, so my whole class of girls could see me, my body, and so strangers could check my spine. Like, they should let you cover up with a towel up front. You have to stand there with your shirt off, and our family was super modest. So that's what I remember. That's the same day we had sex ed, and weighing in right now behind this in front of you. Um, and we watched a movie. We learned about underarm hair, pubic hair, and we might have. I hardly even remember hearing about a period. Like I really don't remember hearing about bleeding, menstrual bleeding, and I think there was a little bit of scare about pregnancy and sex. I don't even know if there was back in the 80s, right? I don't really know that sort of fifth grade and just sixth. I don't know if they did it. I think they did it twice, fifth grade and sixth grade. I have scoliosis. I think I have my medical records. I have scoliosis, and it was like modern. Like I didn't get any treatment for that. My body is so effed up, dude. Like I didn't get any treatment for that. I got treatment for acne. It was about what you look like. Okay, so I'm gonna do nice. So I put my weight at 145 from a couple of days ago. I thought I was gonna be pregnant or potential for pregnant, but I feel like I'm about to start my period any day. Like literally, I feel really crampy. Um, I know that these guys that I've been dating this year were like, oh heck no, I already have 2 kids. They say I already have 2 kids. I'm not gonna have any more. And I'm the woman who's raised 2 kids alone. These kids have not raised their kids, whether they had to pay child support or whether they were the poor ones and got money from their ex-spouse. And they never know. The thing about it, about they're talking about love and money and attention, kind of selfish. So I had kids, and I'm dealing with issues with my kids. When I had kids, that's a woman's body. My teeth rotted out. I was malnourished. Your body's metabolism gets worse. Nursed for 3 years straight. Boobs sag really bad. Nipples never went back. They were literally like little pinkies for a long time, up until recently, probably since I've been doing raw. And people were talking about their staff at a medical clinic, naturopathic medical clinic they owned or they worked at, and they told them that no nipple protruding nipples allowed. And I'm sitting there like, I never had a bra after nursing. They couldn't afford it. Then I got these cheap bras that didn't have padding. And I looked in the mirror and saw these finger-like projections sticking out, and I felt like such an idiot. I saw a dog on the street, or a dog in the nurse, or somewhere I saw a dog with boobs. I said, oh crap, I remember before Samantha had kittens, and after she had kittens, she had a saggy, she was a very, very skinny cat. She had a saggy abdomen, and her boobs, her nipples, and boobs hung down pretty far. And that's what happened. She died, but that never went back to normal and never got taught again. And it never, after the kittens were given away and all that. So it's weird. I know how she mourned. The last one. Yeah, I mourned her death. But you end up like me, where the dad didn't give a crap, didn't pay a dime of child support, state didn't intervene the way they're supposed to, couldn't afford a lawyer, and the child support is so low. It's like this is half as much as I would be getting until they're 18. Oh, this is a quarter of much as that I'd be paying for legal. Well, this is all that I would be getting for the next few months that my son is 18. Few months, more like years, a year and a half or more. I would be paying a lawyer and then court costs, and then I would be getting back. I'd be paying 5,000 and be getting 2,000 because it was only a few. It was only like $150, $160 per child that he was supposed to pay for the past 10 years. Didn't pay a dime. It sucks. And the state didn't enforce it because I was in a shelter. I had some paperwork that I didn't get in my mail when it got delivered last minute, and it had a deadline on it, and it said that I would go to jail or have my kids some big issue that I moved out of the house and went to shelter and didn't get this piece of mail or didn't open it, and it said like that day, it was like a Friday night or a Sunday, that I had to return this paperwork or I'd be in big trouble, and I had to give them the state all of my ex's information and all this crap that I didn't know. I didn't have access to, and I couldn't get it because I was in a domestic violence shelter. I have no help, no relatives, no. We thought we had a mutual friend, but those people were on drugs, and they ended up taking money from me to give to him. So I was like, forget that. I'm not gonna, that's not beneficial. Someone else, I had quit all substance. They were smoking a bunch of pot, and they babysat my. I not actually didn't babysit. They offered to babysit. When I got dizzy, I almost passed out in the backyard. Man, I was like, this is a sign from God that I can't associate with people because I'm sober, right? Um, so I didn't have the information. I couldn't get it by the deadline, and I didn't have a phone, and you had to wait. You couldn't use the phone in the shelters. People would be abusing it and using it, and there was one phone line, and you had to wait in line, and it was like you had like 10 minutes. Some of these places put you on hold for 10 minutes. It was like, dang, I got in trouble a lot because I didn't have a phone. It's not like your counselor lets you use their phone. I got in trouble a lot because I was trying to send stuff, mail stuff. I had my stuff in a PO box going to a homeless shelter, so they had to go get that and distribute it, and it was going to outpatient treatment, medical surgeries for our teeth. Me and DJ's teeth are messed up. Let's see where I am. Oh my god, I'm like right all overweight. This is embarrassing. So I'm at 143. This is the freaking highest my weight has been. I told myself with the stuff that's going on, I'm not going to be stressed until I get to 150. Last year I would have said the same thing about 130. This is a lot of weight, dude. I need to lose 7.9 pounds to get to my goal weight. So a week ago I was like 136 or something. So I gained 7 pounds. And all I did in Vegas was eat some raw food products. I ate a salad, eat one salad, and some nuts, and some kale. And got a smoothie. Did I get a smoothie? Like that. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a shower, wash my hair, and do it. Man, I'm I'm really scared right now. And I've been hanging out with this guy, and I'm not going to the toilet number two very well, but it's a hard thing to do in public. And this is a keep still test. So the point is, money or no money. When I had kids, for me, it was my body getting torn up. It was me nursing. It was me carrying them around, changing their diaper. Nobody ever changed their diaper when they were babies until DJ went to preschool, more pull-ups. And I don't know if he needed. It wasn't like a someone needs to wipe your butt, diaper. I don't think. I don't even know. I can't remember. I sacrificed so much for my kids, and I gave so much to my kids. And I had one friend named Jody I've been thinking about a lot. I even texted her this summer, and she just stopped responding. And um, I was gonna tell her, I didn't talk to anyone at that church. I got sexually assaulted there, and people talk crap about me. They want to hide the stuff and pull a fast one. Like before I can get what happened to me out, they're gonna make up crap about me to discredit anything I say, basically, and say that it's a demonic spirit. And I know that that's what they did because that's what they did with everyone else who left the church. That's exactly what I've been there. I had been there almost 10 years. They just started the year before. Within the year before that, I started going to that church. They took it over from a different pastor who moved. But I see these white people getting away with crap. Ugh, I see these people, and I see it's not all white people. Now I know my ex and this guy at work would say they're poor. Ain't nobody gonna be standing up for them. They're gonna be the ones walking around getting picked on, take away from this guy, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? But the one thing that these blonde guys can do is clean themselves up, put their shoulders back, and walk into a restaurant. They don't have to be dressed nice and go and freaking get freaking hamburger and be served and be treated like a human. I'm a doctor, and they refused me to be served at a restaurant outside of Fort Washington. And we got extremely poor service at the second restaurant I went to when everyone around us was getting good service. Not exceptional, mediocre to good, but I know how it is in a restaurant in the middle in the interview shift, understaffed, underpaid. I know how that is. I have a lot of empathy. Complimented the I complimented the freaking waitress. She was Indian, Native American. I'm part Native American. My kids are from a tribe. Oh, my boyfriend tried to call me. Alright, let me go pee and call him back. Let me pause this. Hold on. Rabbit and guinea pig hutches. I'm like, we just do what we did before. When during inspection, put them in their little habitat. The most important thing, I know Ella's thinking too, is not to bring in and pull out a bunch of crap. The thing is to get rid of as much as we can and make it decent. Like, we have less than 2 weeks and I gotta work full time during this inspection. That's how I found Sophia, how to clean fast. What I need to do is I need to do the yard and clean fast. And I know how to do it by myself, and now I'm stressed out. Bye. Hi, it's Amir. Put my plane way down. You see a mess on the floor. I don't even sit like this. Look at how messy it is. Yeah, I can spell this. I don't see why my kids are getting mad. Because now I'm getting stressed out. I had this push-pull with having people tell me what to do. Because people don't always know the story. This guy is trying really hard to help us. And it's starting to... I went out to be like, take a step back. Because now I'm overwhelmed. Like, you're chill. You don't have a job. Someone else taking care of your kids. And you're trying to fix the rest of the world. And what I felt like in my
part this morning was to do eBay for 3 days. Today's the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, and then the 23rd to the 3rd. Clean, like you never cleaned before. Move stuff to the office, have a file cabinet. Move stuff to the office. Office stuff. Move the clinic stuff to the office, and there's extra books, whatever. And keep the eBay stuff here. I got about 5 crates, 5 or 6 crates of eBay. I'll put a small one for 3. I don't know if that's eBay or not. That's Christmas. Those are eBay. That's a medical thing. My old computers. So, that's where I am right now. I feel like God told me, do eBay for 3 days. Rest. I work today, tomorrow, the next day. I need to rest. I was up abnormally early. It's starting to get chilly. I haven't been home in weeks. I haven't seen it this guy when we first met. And then his relative was like, what's some other issue? Like, no girls spend the night. So I'm really mad. And I just don't see the point of, we got like 4, 5, 6 freaking cages in this house. At least. I don't see the point in going out and doing a hutch that's supposed to be outside on a big house. I'm just gonna take out my whole freaking house, you know. And my son got rid of his bed, put in another small bed. He could put a hutch in his room for the rabbit. But my rabbit, a hutch is like boom, boom. My rabbit likes in dark to be in this playpen. He can run around in circles and jump and hop and climb up high. And then climb up. Reach up high. If you're in a hutch, you're not gonna be able to even stand up. They like to stand up on their hind legs. So I'm gonna tell this guy, take a break. And I always need to clean and put them in a small space. Period. Just like I did last time. That's the thing. The yard, did I use a weed whacker or whatever last time? No. Do the yard. I can go outside right now. I'm gonna do that. Do 15 minutes of yard work with those scissors. I got paper bags. Oh shoot, I left the candy. I was gonna hide the candy for the kids' birthday. Dear God, I haven't gone to a meeting, and I'm letting people drive me out. Lady starts with C, lady starts with B, lady starts with Z. I don't go to meetings because and then that guy that same start with, I forget his name. I wasn't going up to my home group because of him. I was scared to see him in 2016. So I stopped going to a whole buttload of meetings. And one meeting's up there. I can't really go to that one. One meeting's up there. One meeting's up there. There's some more meetings right up there. Got one meeting was 22 meetings a day. And the meetings were in between where both of us lived. And they were really convenient. And now I don't want to go. But that lady doesn't like going out of that circle really, so I can go out here, but I gotta drive twice as far. I just need to be meeting like right now. I'm about to be like meeting. I told me to go tomorrow to the one right up the street here. That's my plan. I was gonna go in Vegas. I should have gone the first night. I looked at the refuge, whatever now, refuge, still refuge, in Las Vegas. They had some, like, if it was night that day, I would have missed the morning one. And if it was afternoon the next day, it's like, oh, that's when I'm taking my flight. Like, it was kind of like, I would have had to plan it and go, wake up and go. But at the same time, there's two things. Having that strong sense of when I kept talking about the story of the lady who dated the younger man who was European, and he took her around on vacation and made the plans and told her just what to wear, what to bring. She was an American. Swimsuit, dress clothes, casual clothes. And I think about that a lot. When she got to let go. But at the same time, she was with him. He had roommates. They got a hotel. He got the hotel next to a beach and a pool and a city. I don't know. It was Paris or whatever it was. It was in Britain or something. I don't know. Europe. And her kid was at camp, and I don't know if she was going to stay at camp or the grandparents were taking care of their little girl. So she had her time herself. Right now, for the same reason, if me and this guy want to hang out and cuddle and stuff, we gotta get a hotel. And this is stupid because I'm paying rent here and he's staying there. We got two literal 3-bedroom houses, 1.5 to 2 baths, parking spots with yards, and we gotta go spend hundreds of dollars to be together, and or just drive around in the car and make out in the grocery stores. Like, this is stupid. Like, I'm overwhelmed because I even said this on, I say Sunday, I think the day before I went back to work. So Saturday I said, this is what I wanted when I went online dating was I wanted to find a monogamous committed relationship with somebody I could do stuff with. And what's weird is it doesn't feel that comfortable. That's the reality. When I wasn't getting what I wanted from that one guy, I was pulled more towards him, and I was really, really emotional about him and stuff. And everyone's like, from the outside looking in, they were like, "Man, this guy's treating me like crap. You need to get away." But he's not abusive. Yeah, like that's what you're comparing him to your being beaten up by men and having your money stolen and having your car wrecked. Like, yeah, I guess that I was measuring that. It was he pulled me out of a hole of just being abused, but being neglected is also abuse. So when you're dating someone like that, when they tell you that they're not interested in being with you, that's not neglect. That's a reality check. So going out of town, since I just got back and I gotta go to work soon. I think the biggest thing is finding out that it felt good to sleep in a comfortable bed. The rooms were fairly quiet. There's a little bit of noise. There's some kids in the next. You can hear the adults, the women talking. I don't know if I had a utility room on the other side of me, but it was a nice room. If I go back, I'd be willing to stay in that room, yeah. And 21st floor, the 21st floor of the Excalibur, Las Vegas. I was so overwhelmed. People are like, you gotta do something, gotta do this, gotta do that. And I thought about the house and wished that the kids would clean the house and the inspection and why am I here and the kids are mad. You shouldn't have gone on vacation. Could you imagine though? I get one vacation after both kids are 18 that I raised by myself after having been married for 10 years. Some idiot won't help me. And could you imagine my first vacation ever where I have some time to myself ever? And the kids want to sit around and play on the computers and have headphones on and trash my house and throw crap on the floor and not pick it up. Like, I do that. But yeah, like this fell on the floor the other day. I didn't pick it up. I was on my way to work. I was like late. And I still didn't pick it up till just now. And could you imagine them sitting there like that for 20 years, 18 years, and I'm running around doing everything, and I finally get a break, and they want me to cancel my vacation so I can go clean up their crap, and then neglect my crap, and then when inspection comes, like, your room is trash, you're a slob, you're the problem. Well, I've been cleaning up your crap because you're claiming you thinking that it will help you get on a roll. Because you blame me for not being able to clean. We all used to clean our house. This is the worst it's ever been. We all used to clean. They used to clean the guinea pig cage. They used to all do the dishes. They used to be able to have their clothes put in a dresser drawer and make the beds and all that. What happened? I'm getting sick of it because I told you that time I went camping, or they went to their field study and camping. The house stayed clean for the whole week. Absolutely clean. They took their crap themselves. I had no piles of dishes. Food was cleaned up after I cooked, or the kitchen was cleaned up. Easy. No piles of laundry. The couches and the floor in the living room stayed absolutely clean. It was unreal. It was a blessing. They kept telling me it's your fault, and then they were gone for a week, and my two kids were gone for a week, and my house was clean. It's never been like that since they've been back, because they haven't gone out together like that since. So basically, my son has been trashing the house, and he blames us, and he walks through and knocks everything over, and he gets stuff, and then he's like, well, blah blah blah. In fact, I'm gonna go get the shoes right now. I'm gonna go out to the yard and eat some more almonds. God help me. I haven't gone to meetings. I need help. I try to be help. I try to be friends with these women, Kate and what's her name? I forget her name. And these women blow me off. They're not there for me. And then I have this guy friend, and I'm like, I don't know about, why how did this end up on eBay? That's so weird. Um, it's like, let me look this up. Let me just look up Pet Store McAdam. Pet Loft. Um, they got 122 good reviews, 4.8 stars. Um, it was good to be alone for 4 days and 3 nights. And let's see if they have. I might go up there. They close at 6. Well, that's really early. Products. Small animals. To pet lots in Portland. Rats, gerbils, and hamsters. What about? We got separate guinea pigs here. That's weird that they say pet rats, gerbils, and hamsters. And the occasional bunny. Well, they breed them. Like, I was looking for supplies and not freaking. They have like nothing in here about cages and stuff. Do they click on? Yeah, they just have a little bit of a little paragraph. I'll have to go there in person. Actually, I bought Kimmy's cage from there, like $100, $79. That's just sucked the energy right out of me. I'm like, I'm ready to go to work. So stuff like this crap makes my job look easy. Not easy, but easier than I'm doing. Oh my god, I get so more nuts. Um, I don't know what to do with my life. I'm overwhelmed, to say the least. Um, the kids. Okay, one thing Jose was thinking, and when I went to Tacoma for the first time by myself, I went to Seattle later with this guy. So people drink way too many energy freaking drinks, keep me up all night talking and moving things. Fidgeting keeps me up. I live in a not noisy neighborhood. The one thing, and Jose is trying to kind of say, like, you're gonna feel something, you're gonna do something, it's gonna be good for your life to go out, blah blah blah. And the one, there's the shadow. It's like a cloud is rolling in, or it's already, the black clouds are over me. Of, first of all, being disrespected and being treated poorly. I feel like the kids are treating me like how my relatives treat me. They don't want me to go out and do something. They don't want me to go have fun and go hang out with friends. I don't have women friends. I try to have women friends. It's not been working. I watched a couple yesterday talk about praying for friends. They're trying to be friends with everyone, giving all their business, being manipulated, used, gossip about, until they realize that they need quality friends, not quantity. They can have quantity, but intimate relationships and being close and open only to select few. And someone had prayed about, the woman had prayed about it, and God had blessed her with a bunch of women. The guy said not only guys to pray with, but whatever, be friends with, friends, real friends. And so that's where I am right now, is thinking about me as a person, having grown up in an abusive situation, having the kids be born in abusive situations, and having that just end 3 years ago. And then I had this inkling that my children were treating me with disrespect, like inkling. And men would be like, "Oh, get rid of your children." Women would be like, "I'll do anything. I'll die for them. I will bend over backwards. Go to jail for them." Women would be like, "I'll do anything for my kids." Men would be like, "Get a life, and they can live their own life." Having them out of a marriage, or having been married and thinking I was going to be married forever, and then having them come out to be, look to see what's in the mail today. Looks like nothing. I didn't get an email. I don't know. All of the stuff with being a parent was different between men telling me what to do, men saying your son's not handicapped. It's like, well, he got these diagnoses. He's had issues since he was born. Well, since he was born. During the time he was born, and then noticing the developmental delay later on. And a lot of it was caused by trauma, dealing with uprooting the family and running all the time. The kids have seen me abused, and I noticed over the years, people say, your kids are so wise, so intelligent, so polite. And I noticed that, and they were stubborn. People say, eat your vegetables. Well, these are cooked. Well, what would your mom say? She'd say, don't cook your vegetables. Eat raw vegetables. You don't have any raw vegetables, I'm not eating this. Cooked spinach or cooked broccoli or whatever. I'll eat it raw. And I'm not pretty much going to eat tomatoes, but you know what I feel like doing? Going over to get something. Anyways, from the east side. Anyways, it got to be where I was, how do you say this? Saying, the kids grew up with a foundation of people hurting me. That was the first thing that they were around when they were babies. And they never saw people be nice to me. They never saw people give me gifts. I'd go Christmas and birthdays for decades without getting a gift. I'd get a card from my aunt. I grant her that, but I wouldn't get gifts. And she would sometimes give us the gift certificates, or gift cards at Target. Especially when Target opened up a food thing here in Portland in Beaverton. She'd be like, buy yourself something nice. Like, I got kids starving, getting bruises on their spines, doing sit-ups on the wooden floor in PE class at their school several times a week. Back when they actually had PE several times a week. Like 3 times a week, an hour a day. They cut it back to like once or twice a week for 30 minutes. Like, you can't even bear start a game of kickball. That amount of time, gosh. That's crazy to me. It's like, you gotta warm up and do stuff. That's actually insulting. But, my kids' school, especially, they didn't get much recess either because they had to be in the academics in the school, type A personality school. Um, how can I go buy myself a pair of earrings or $30, pair of pants, which have been expensive even to me now? How could I go do that when the kids are starving? When I can go buy, something stupid like a box of crackers and some beef or something. So she would. I think Target already had snacks. I think before they had the Lara bars there for a long time too. Go buy a Lara bar to freaking couple of items. You know what I mean? And stop. Like they had luxury, they had money, they had wealth. Everyone in my family has it. Everyone in my family except for me owns a house. Everyone. One relative I know had a condo, and I thought that was kind of neat. What the heck's a condo? That's the first I knew what a condo was. I didn't know what a townhouse or condo was. Condo. And then my aunt had some times where she was doing apartments that were rowdy and stuff. And they weren't that rowdy actually, but it was just people compared to where I lived, where there's not 50 people within, shouting span of your front door. We had a neighborhood with property. I mean, people could hear you shouting, but it was only like 7 at the most. If you had company over, that would make it 7. 3 people might hear you shout if you yelled what I do. Most people didn't live there, so it was quiet. There wasn't people walking up and downstairs around you, going out to their cars, coming in and out, babies sprawling and crying. And that that aunt bought a house eventually. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if she got married to this guy. Most people are dead. Some most people. So I don't even know. I don't even know how to survive as a single mom. But I was driving home, making the recording, and it's like you sacrifice 20 years of your body, your health, your teeth, your boobs, nursing, and over backwards. You're working 6 jobs. I was working 7 jobs last year before I started dating. 7 freaking jobs. Um, Kids aren't gonna say thank you. They don't need to because they were under 18, and no one else is gonna do it. If I didn't do it, they would have been malnourished and they would have been in foster care. They're always trying to be like, oh, your dad gave you a certain amount of money, or this happened, or your job, you covered someone one day, now you got $0 of food stamps, but your kids still get it. Spine sticking out. Try to go to the food pantry, they don't let you in. Oh, we closed 3 minutes ago. Well, I've been standing here for 15. So you're just kind of like, I'll be right back. Literally. Denying food at the food pantry. I think about myself, I get to eat that crap. I know raw food is the kids gotta eat it. They might have some apples and tomatoes and lettuce, but most of it is gonna be canned goods, wheat, and cheeses. I don't eat. I can't eat it. I'm lactose intolerant, gluten intolerant, corn intolerant. Like, it's not that if I was starving to death and that's all I had, to throw away my raw food diet, I would still have to keep myself from having anaphylactic convulsions. So, I'm gonna have fun with the cleaning. Um, I feel like right now, like, I could use some help. I wish I could get help from a female. Um, and what I felt like, one of my dream stories, there was a woman in my love stories where she met a man and he had a sister, and the sister was single or stay at home or something. And I had these kids with this guy, and or baby, and I had to work, and the guy had to work, and this baby got to be held and loved and taken care of some by this aunt, and that this guy had relatives and people with property, and sisters and brothers and cousins, and I was absorbed into his family as a partner, and that was just one of my little stories, part of one of my little stories. And I think about that and the person that I've been hanging out with lately. There's a lot of family chaos, and people don't want to talk to each other and this and that. The same with my family, and they're like, "Whoa, there it goes." I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's turning into that story." Then it's like, never mind. But people are being really patient and stuff. So, um, I gotta get something else to eat and lay down for a few minutes. I gotta burn my other incense. I'm burning the sage one now. I gotta do the other one. Oh, just think about it makes my mouth water. But it felt good waking up this morning thought that I didn't have to work later. Then reality struck me, slapped me right in the face. Like, Mia, you gotta work a few hours all freaking night long. I just realized I think I put some Alfredo in the thing, and I forgot to put tag on it. I just realized that can't work. Oops, someone's gonna have to do it. But yeah, this guy's looking at these hutches that would be smaller than the rabbit cage, but it would be bigger than smaller than the rabbit cage, but bigger than the other cage. But yeah, I gotta like take a break from all of this. Trying to shop for junk, Bringing like Ella said it, and sometimes people, even though you want to be like, I want to be in a fight with you now. It's like some of these things. It's like I don't feel like coming and bringing a bunch of stuff and remodeling the house now. I said I wanted a couple shelves, and this guy's like, "We gotta get something for your office." I don't even need anything for my office. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't like this. It's a hutch. All it is like a little cage. I feel like the habitat they have now, these kids and animals are spoiled. I would have been able to find a way to get them another habitat. That's why I didn't keep them in the small cages. Because the way they have it now, it's the biggest open space that they can have inside and in this small house. It's the biggest, and unfortunately, it doesn't. So if you could get a cage like this, that goes up really tall and has like a level, maybe a little landing, and then the second floor is like a whole landing with that little staircase, and then maybe another second landing. If you get something like that, but I don't want a bunch of just barely wide enough for their bodies to go up like that, or just like a double hutch that's just like this big by this big. There's no room. I mean, there's a rabbit with ears, and everyone stands up on their hind legs. And let me stop the video. I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna go to the spots.